Hi, I'm Sean McDermott. I'm 25 and from America,
What part of America are you from?
Boston. I'm currently an amateur MMA fighter.
What? Why did you decide to do MMA?
I started MMA after COVID. I wanted to get back into boxing. So I went back to like some of the boxing gyms, but like everyone I used to train with when I was younger weren't boxing anymore. So I was like, I want to fight. I need a fight. So I messaged about sparring MMA, and like the first time I went there, I just got absolutely leg kicked and beat up, and I just sort of got obsessed about it. Um, and then I just trained it casually, just for fun. And then I was like, fuck it, let's just go for it and have a couple fights and see how far we can bring it.
You said that you started doing boxing. When did you start doing boxing?
Uh, I think maybe 7 or 8. Um, I did it for until I was like maybe like 13 or 14, but I always like watched it, always just loved it. But boxing's a very difficult sport, so um, it's just hard. Like when you're not winning like the big competitions, it's like what's the point of doing it? But I really regret that mentality now because if you just stick with it, it can work out.
So what other disciplines do you do?
So at the moment I'm training MMA obviously, but in MMA it brings in Muay Thai, BJJ. I still train a bit of boxing, wrestling, anything to give me an advantage. I'll train it. Not be the best at anything. I'm not the best wrestler. I'm not the best at BJJ. Not the best at boxing. But you mix it all together, and opportunities present themselves.
Was there anyone that sort of inspired you to do the MMA or the boxing?
Um, maybe just Colin McGregor. I think everyone just fought. Like I remember, like watching his rise, watching him fight Floyd Mayweather in like 2017, 2016. And I was like, oh, that'd be cool. But I was like, that's way too violent. Like getting kicked and punched and elbowed and kneed. I was like, that's why I like boxing. It's just hands, but it's just a full fight. Whenever it's everything, that's the part I enjoy.
So you do MMA and boxing and BJJ. Is there any other martial arts or discipline that you'd love to sort of train on?
No, that's really it. Like I always say, oh, I love to just like focus on one and get real good at it, but you just train them all, and most of the time now I just train MMA, just like chaining it together, so getting sequences of striking to a takedown to taking them on the ground, just combining it all into one instead of actually training them individually, training it as one.
So, what would you say would be the most difficult if someone wants to start or have been doing MMA and boxing for ages?
Probably wrestling. Wrestling is exhausting. To get someone down to hold them there, you need fitness for the wrestling part. But like if you're just starting off, BJJ is like one of the greatest things ever you can do. It's like a lot of problem solving and just a lot of fun. Like, um, yeah, like everyone, BJJ is taking the world by storm. Like everyone does it. Like in the beginner classes or the advanced class, you have guys from all ages, all women from all ages. It's like just an internet sensation, BJJ right now.
So, you are an amateur, is that correct?
Yeah.
So, how does it feel when you're going out into the octagon or ring?
Well, 2-2 now, so I really need to put some pedals down. But I'm fine again in 3 weeks. Um, Still nerve wracking a wee bit to go in, but once I get in there, like I always say, I don't like fighting, but when I'm in there, and it's like I absolutely love it. I love to feel the mentality. Like I would joke a lot and like be very relaxed and not careless of the person, but then whenever I get in there, I just feel the switch flip, and it's I'm gonna try and kill you, and it's just a surreal, zen, peaceful feeling when I'm in there.
Like when you're starting to do getting up to the point of going into the match, do you feel nervous, stressed, or is it just like I need to get this mind in point?
It's more so I don't even want to do it, and then I think that the opponent is making me do it, and then that just pisses me off. So he's making me want to fight him, and it's even annoying that he thinks he can beat me. So I go into the mentality like this, but he thinks he can beat me. I'm willing to try and beat the brakes off him. I like, even before the fights, I'm like trying to find him, just to stare at him, just to look at him, trying to put fear into him. Like the last one on Sunday there that I lost, like I was just walking around trying to follow him, keep my eyes on him. I did my walkout, and then I stood where he walks out and walked with him around, stood at the entrance to the cage, and just didn't even want him in it because it's my cage. But you make stupid mistakes and you pay the price in this game. That's the problem.
Like you said that you didn't win your previous bout. What did you not think that you did well?
Over eager. The first round went so easy. Like every time I was touching him, I was dropping him, and I just beat him the whole round, the first round. So the second round, I just thought I didn't respect his hands. I didn't respect anything he could do to me. So I rushed in, trying to land big bombs, and got caught. And then it just started a change of sequences that ended to him finishing me.
Bout in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do that differently compared to your previous bout?
I need to understand that it's 3-minute rounds, so I don't actually have to fight for 3 minutes. In my head, I feel like I have to entertain. I have to be in the center. I have to be right in front of him, swinging with him for the full 3 minutes. But I don't have to. I can literally walk about, throw one punch, walk about again, and then throw my big combos. I don't have to be in front of him for him to hit me. I can walk away. I gave him that fight. I literally hand-gifted that guy by staying in front of him and giving him the opportunity whenever he had to come to me. So it's just learning. Fight IQ is what I really need to work on, like when to do things.
So what is your aspirations? Like, is there going to be like a certain championship or?
It's weird to say. I don't even really have any aspirations in the sport. I just want to see how far I can get. I think I have an idea of where I can get, but I just need to really work hard and just see. I just want to see how far I can get. That's all that matters.